So I just completed the Anthropic course, at least one of the courses they now offer. It's called AI Fluency. Now, I felt like I could comment on it, not negatively actually, but mostly because they take a pretty interesting approach to teaching you how to use AI. So the course in itself is very easy, right? Like you have four modules, they'll tell you, or like they teach you how to use AI for personal purposes, for, job interviews, for personal projects. So all in all, it's pretty easy. It's not really dramatic, right? But what they do tell you and what they do stress is kind of like a four-pillared framework on how to use AI. I need to look it up because I don't want to tell you something that is not accurate. But essentially, they introduce the idea that when you use AI, you need to think about, what issue you want to solve, how you want to solve it, the quality of the issue being solved, and how much you actually learn from it. Pretty easy, but they have like a ton of comments on that. And why is that so important, right? Because if you had a look at Reddit, at X, at LinkedIn, people are spamming you full of, having the perfect prompt and then letting AI just do everything, right? Like if you've never used AI to build projects to learn something new, then you have kind of like the picture of you need to know the prompt to use AI, which is not true, right? Because when I use AI, obviously I have a prompt and obviously it's kind of structured, but not enough to say that this is a complete high level prompt that will let Claude, for instance, know exactly what I want to do. That's not true. And I don't think it will ever be true because to use AI effectively, you need to use it as a team partner. So, for instance, I'm currently trying to conduct a comparative gene analysis. Do like I did it once, right? But now with more tools, with more tech stacks, obviously I'm thinking on how I could use AI or like Claude in this case to do my stuff better, right? To learn more skills, to see what else I could be using. Because previously I've used R, and R, if you do know the language, it's kind of sticky. Like it works, right? Like for data, for tables, it's amazing. But I don't like it. I don't like the interface that you work with, and I generally can't really remember all the commands and every script that you need to input in order to have your data prepared for later work, essentially. And so I thought, well, let's use Claude, right? And the cool thing about Claude specifically is that one, you can connect GitHub, right? If you have Claude Desktop, I think it even has access to your files. So it's like OpenClaw, but just a tad bit better. And I mean, you can also connect OpenClaw with Claude, I think. That's also possible. Anyways, the point is because I can give Claude a lot of context information, I can work around, what current mistakes I have. Is my data even clean to work with later? Does it fulfill the purpose, right? Would you know that without having looked at the course? Maybe. But I feel like even if I come back to these courses, you learn something new, right? Like you refine how you want to work with AI because the tasks that they give you, they're very simple, but they have a very nice side effect. That is, you actually have certain policies for yourself. So if you take the course, which I'll link down below if I don't forget it, you will come to Anthropic and you will learn how to use Claude. And Claude is incredibly powerful even on the free tier. And you will also notice that the certain reflections that they give you to implement your policies are very helpful because you can brainstorm about it. That is, use your brain. Think about it, in terms of certain sections. That is, what rules are pretty much important for your AI use. What are ones that complement the very important rules? And you'll figure out your own unique AI style, like how you want to use it. Because again, the cookbooks and all the AI prompts, they're nice, but what do you do after this prompt? And I think the course, if you take it, it's free. Um, it's a pretty helpful explanation on how to start with AI, if you did not. Because even though with the current developments of AI and all the hype, a lot of people have not taken the advantage of using AI. So I hope this course kind of like this video kind of like gave you maybe a push to try out the Anthropic courses. Very easy, very like even you get a pretty certificate at the end if you want that. And if you do have an interest in, promoting your LinkedIn, I guess the title of AI Fluency does serve you a pretty well job in terms of people finding you because of the keywords in it. So you don't have anything to lose. Besides, it's short. So go check it out. And that's it. That's what I wanted to upload. And yeah, if you stick around until now, feel free to stick around in terms of subscribing and join the Discord if the link is still active. I will also link that down below if I don't forget it. And I think I'm done. See you for the next video.